Hello, hello everyone. It's Shelly with Couture and we are live tonight. It is Wednesday evening, creeping on 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So say hello wherever you are. Tell me where you're coming from. I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio. So like I said, it's getting close to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Today we are going to burn on this wood riser. And it kind of looks like a cutting board. However, it has legs. Now I did notice the legs can come out. You can get these out fairly easy. I have several of these and some have already popped out. So they can come out fairly easily. You could see it is pretty inexpensive. We found this at Target. I want to say, I think I found it last year though. I'm trying to think if it was last year or if it was springtime. Usually I'll be able to tell by the tag. Let's see, it just says wood riser. Sometimes it'll say like if it's a holiday or not. It has little pumpkins, so I'm gonna guess it was last fall that I found these. Hi Kathy, how are you? Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate you. But we'll take that off. There's no need for that there. So we're going to do some burning again today. What a fun little wood riser, though. They came in, were they square or were they rectangle? I think I grabbed some rectangle ones too. But I thought the circle one would be fun, especially with like the pumpkins that are on this print. Let's see if we can get up close. Whoa, wrong. Let's see. First of all, let's get rid of that. And then see that fun pattern? I just thought that would be a really, really fun pattern to work with today. Whoa. Okay. Trying to get used to this new system. All right. Let's just go ahead and dig right in. We're doing okay. Thank you for asking. All right. Let's open this guy up. This is a D size transfer, so it's 18 by 18. The actual design itself is probably 17 and a half by 17 and a half, because they give you this border, but the actual material, transfer material, is 18 exactly. So you're looking at about a 17 and a half by 17 and a half. All right. I haven't done any prepping to this. You do not want to stain it first. You do not want to paint it. You do not want to wax it. I may just give it a light sanding, just because I want to maybe take away any kind of staining that they may have on it. I'm going to just lightly go over it here. Sand the edges, maybe give it a little more stressed look. You see it's kind of a lighter edge there. Just kind of seeing what kind of stain they may have put on here. The more raw your wood is, the better of a finish, or like a finished look you'll get with the burn. You can tell we've really sanded this part down, or at least I can tell on my end. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and, do I really want to use a wet wipe? Probably not. I'm going to use a paper towel, but I am going to put the wipe kind of behind it so it does, well, let's see. We're just going to lightly, look at all that. Definitely want to get all of that dust off of there. So you could tell that was pretty heavily stained. I could probably keep sanding to get a lot more off. I think we've done a good job. All right, good. All right, now let's bring that transfer back over. I am not going to fuzz it. I want to make sure it sticks pretty nicely to my wood. Boy, that's nice and smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab a corner here. Maybe. Start up here. Okay. I'm not going to take it entirely off of the backer sheet. We're going to kind of just sneak it under here. We'll try to get it somewhat centered on the pattern. Kind of move it around a little bit. Move it over a little bit more. See how that looks. You know what? Let's take it off the backer sheet. Because it's such a big surface or a bigger transfer, you really want to be careful when you remove it from your backer sheet. You don't want it to fold up on itself because sometimes, especially because we didn't fuzz it, sometimes it's not fun getting it undone. All right, so we're gonna line this up here. I probably should just remove this. Wants to stick to the backer sheet, so let's get that out of the way as well. Okay, now we can work with it a little bit better. I am loving this design, so pretty. I think we'll bring it up right to about there. This is gonna look so cool. Okay. Flatten it down. Remember, we don't want any wrinkles or bubbles or any kind of, pieces of lint or anything underneath, because you can't push anything through something. If something's blocking our mesh, we are not going to get it through it. So you really want to make sure you're free from any little bits. Okay. All right, let's open our torch paste here. This is a specially mixed mixture that when it hits our wood, any wood fibers, okay, it gets into the fibers. And then when you apply heat, a high heat, it gives it that burnt wood look. All right. And then if you seal it properly, you can eat off of it. I did find a food safe prep. Like there's a soap that you can do on the board, and then there's a wax, and then there's a protectant or a sealant. So I have something, I have a cutting board that I want to do that to. So I think I'll do it to this one too. This is too fun. Like I said, you can cut off those or take those legs off that are on the back to make it not a wood riser. So if you wanted to hang it, it would hang snug to your wall. All right, so we're just gonna take this paste. I think I need more. I'm just gonna spread it over. I got a new jar, so I'm happy about that. The old one, I kept thinking it wasn't working. I don't know if there's a shelf life to this stuff. I'm assuming there is. So it was nice getting a brand new jar. Okay, so we're just spreading it. I'm going around the edges. I want to make sure I definitely get the edges. Okay, spread, spread, spread. Say hello, friends. If you need to get a hold of this transfer because you can't live without it, there is a supply list in the description of the video that you can click on. Remember, if you place an order of $90 or more, you will get that free paste of, it's an exclusive jar of Very Perry Shimmer. Okay, if you place a $100 order, before tax and shipping, of course, they will throw in a detail tool if you're a club member. So if you're not a club member and you'd like to be, go ahead and comment club and we'll get you all set up for that. That way you can take advantage of this month's promos and any promos coming up in the future. I'm thinking with the holidays, they're going to have some pretty special things going on, guys. And the transfers are fun. Who wouldn't want a transfer delivered to their mailbox every month? Next month is awesome. Next month is very Thanksgiving-ish. I actually got mine already. All right, how are we doing here? Make sure our handle's covered really well too. Okay, and then of course, just like our paste, you can put all of that excess back. Ooh, this is going to take some time to burn. All right, like our products, it is washable with water, so it's water soluble. Let's get this guy out of here. Okay. And I'm going to remove the transfer and I'm going to get it soaking in some water so that while we're doing this, it's not sitting on it. Let's see, how am I going to hold this down without sticking my finger in it? Gotta find a large area where there's nothing. So cool. Of course, you can use paste on this. You just wouldn't be able to eat on it because our paste is non-toxic. It's non-toxic, but it's not food safe. Give me a second here, guys. Get this in water. All right. Let me get, I need a pressing pillow. But first, let's go ahead and dry this up a little bit. So if I hold this up, you can probably see that it's wet, right? All right, so we're just going to let it sit here and we're gonna let it kind of get into the wood fibers, but we're gonna kind of dry it too. So let's go ahead and get our quick dry tool and just slowly dry it. Now this is a lowered heat tool, so it will not do the heat setting for you. You would need a much higher heat tool, but this will kind of help it start drying while it's kind of getting into that wood grain. Okay, and because it's taking way too long, let's go ahead and get the big guy out. Let's get this starting to dry here. You'll kind of see too, once it starts to dry, you won't see the color of it so much. It'll start to blend in with the wood. Make sure you protect your mat too. Once we get this going at a really high heat, we'll put that our little pillow down. Our self-healing mat does not like high heat. It will start to warp. Alright, you can kind of see how it's disappearing on us because it's getting dry. Okay, let's kind of show you how it doesn't really shine anymore because it's not all that wet. Let's go ahead and put our pillow down. Whoops. And I'm going to open the window behind me just in case we don't want to start any alarms. So give me a second to get that open. Of course, it's not wanting to open. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. All right. Just so that we have a little bit of ventilation. Ventilation is good. All right, I am going to crank this up. Let's turn this way. And start burning. But it's really this easy, guys. You paste like you normally would with your chalk paste. And then just run this high heat tool until it starts changing on you. And then you can burn in certain degrees, meaning you can make it a light burn or really get it crispy and nice and charred. Sometimes it just takes a while to start heating up here. Does anybody have any questions? My phone logged me out, so let's take a peek. I kind of like to move it around because I don't want like one area to singe or burn. So I do like to move it around some. Sometimes the wood likes to get real nice and hot. Trying to find the video here. Here we go. There we go. You can see it starting. This is such a neat pattern. There's ghosts in there. There's pumpkins. There's cats. So it's kind of a fun Damask look to it, if that's how you pronounce it. Be careful, it is getting hot, so when you touch it, just be aware. try to go from the edges in. And I like to really chart. I like it pretty much almost black. Isn't that cool, guys? If you're catching me on YouTube, say hi. Hi, Sue. I do. On mine, I do some. I'm trying to think what the packaging says. Let me see if I can see what it says to burn it out. It's such fine lettering here. It says 1,000+ watt heat gun. More heat, the darker the burn. You can finish with a stain, sealer, or leave natural. It's a pretty cool thing. So yes, I do turn it up. This is it says 1,800 watts. I think sometimes my heat doesn't come out straight out the middle. Like it doesn't come out down the tube, it comes out to the side. So I think I lose a lot of the heat. And then when you are in a well-ventilated area, of course there's cooler air blowing across it. And I think that kind of slows it down too. But it's so fun. But after this, I'm just going to take our wax and put a nice layer of wax on top. Again, I do have products that can make it food safe. However, I also like the look of just putting the wax on top. Like, do you guys remember that charcuterie board I did with all the vegetables? That one I definitely want to make food safe so that we can put food on that one. Sue, did you happen to get my message to you today? I need you to join back in the club group if you'd like. I was trying to go through and accidentally removed you. Sorry. Actually, to be fair, my online reports are not correct. So after I went in and came back out and went back in, then he popped up again. So my apologies. Isn't that cool? Oh, I love it. It's such a cool, like, Victorian-ish look. Love it. Love, love, love. Okay, good. I will get you accepted. It's weird. We used to be able to invite people. Now you just have to share the link. Facebook is constantly changing. Constantly. Like every day I think I'm updating my app. I have had good luck too with, if you're going to do a lot of different things with this torch paste, do the designs, paste them up, and let them sit overnight. And then when you come back to them, the wood is nice and soaked in, the paste is nice and soaked in. And I think you get, a quicker burn because it's not really wet anymore. So we're trying to rush it. We're trying to dry it. And then after it's drying, we're trying to heat set it or burn it. So I think that's why it usually takes a little more time when we're live. It's such a cool look. So cool. Alright, so we're just going to keep on keeping on here. Are you guys getting ready for fall, or are you guys still enjoying your summer? Comment ready for fall or I still need summer. I'm looking forward, although it's been beautiful, actually, the weather's been very beautiful. I would prefer mid to upper 70s and low humidity. If it could be like that all year round, I'd be happy. Oh, for sure, that's a good idea. Definitely. You want somebody to keep going. Daffy's ready for fall. I just don't like it when it's in the 90s and it's scorching hot and then it's humid, right? And then storms come. I don't mind a good storm. But then it's really sticky. It's like a sauna outside. I don't like that. That I don't like. But you can give me a nice sunny day with a little cool breeze. And I'm good with that. Alright, let's get this handle done and see how that turns out. But definitely leaving it in sun, that's a good idea, because that'll really cook into that wood fiber. It may even burn it, who knows? That would be a good experiment. Put it in the sun all day, see if it burns it. I know there's recipes online you can find to make your own burning gel. I just find mine. I don't have time for that. Let someone else perfect it, and then I'll just give them my money. I love that. Ooh, I love that at the top. It almost looks like a spider, you guys. Maybe it is. Almost done up top. This is looking so cool. So like I said, you could use paste. It just will not be food safe. It is non-toxic, it's just not food safe. Whereas burning it, after I seal it properly, then you can put food on it. Okay. I'm not sure. I think I'll probably just make this a, probably just make this a wood hanger. All right, let's start on this side. Let's get our wood nice and hot. What do you guys think? Do you like this burning technique? I do. It just takes time. It's a little time consuming. It's not a quick project, but the results are so neat. Try to not get in the way of the thing here. I think what it is, it just isn't dry. So first it has to dry. And then once it's dry, then you have to start heating it up. So I think that's why it takes so long. So definitely doing your, paste it and then the next day come back and burn it. I think you'll find it'll go a lot quicker. So cool though. Ooh, that's a good char there. Sue, if you're still here, I would love to get together with you and your lady friends. We should do something fun for the fall. Some spots burn quicker than others too. It's kind of funny. I feel like I have to be on top of it. If I angle it, I'm not really getting the heat in one spot. Somewhere I have little attachments where it's like a smaller cone. I wonder if that would make a difference. I can measure it after. Is that okay? It's probably a 10-inch round riser. You guys can make your own too. If you can find just a round piece of wood, and then if you put I buy those little teeny candlesticks, and then you can glue those on the bottom to bring it up in height. Or like I said, you can knock those off. I think they come right out, and then you can hang it flat against your walls. Ooh, you can make like a little pretend paddle. I can still see some spots where it does look wet to me. So I bet you that's what it is. It's just staying wet longer. I have to say, the warm air feels really good. We have our air on 72, but we have high ceilings. So like as we go up in floors, the top floor is pretty warm, not horrible, but it can get warm up there. It's called the Halloween Damask pattern. Isn't it cool? There's pumpkins, and I'll hold up close to you guys. There's a cat, there's a bat, and a ghost, and pumpkins. And just like a lot of flourishes in between. It's really pretty. This right here almost looks like there's a spider in there. It's pretty cool. They really do a nice job with designs. They come up with some pretty cool stuff. See, because you're a club member, not sure you saw this, but if you place a $100 order before tax and shipping, you can get a free jar of our Very Perry shimmer, and then you'll get a free detail tool too. So something to keep in mind. Lots of good stuff with our fall release we had. Come September, we'll have another small release. That will be mostly Christmas. I know it seems like it's way too soon, but honestly, according to the retail world, it is not. Now I feel like I'm getting a good burn as we're going across here. Kind of going a little faster, I feel. And it could be just because the air is kind of brushing across it, it's drying more. We're so close. can always go back over to some areas if you find that it's not as black or charred as you like. You can keep reheating it to get it just like you want. Start back over here. Start over here maybe. Trying to make it so my gun's not in your way. Heat tool. So close. Couture has also changed the way you can become a designer, whether it's for crafting purposes or if you'd like to have a side gig for yourself. A lot of people will just do it honestly for the discount, and that's okay. Why not? So instead of having to buy a big kit of items that you may or may not want, you can join for just $9.99. And then that instantly gives you access to your back office, which means you can shop on your website and anything you buy is 40% off. And then of course there's other perks along the way, but like I said, a lot of crafters just want to get that discount because they love the product so much. And it's easy, it's economical. We are so close. And I haven't set off any alarms yet, knock on wood. And I looked my board over too, make sure I didn't miss any spots. Check my edges, if anywhere that's where it's not fully cooked. See. Isn't that the coolest thing ever, you guys? Oh my goodness. Alright, we're going to heat this entire board up again. As I look for my wax. Here it is. Okay, this will be extremely hot, so watch when you put that away. I grab my applicator and just a big old gob of wax. And we're just going to kind of spread that around. Look how that melts. Is that not cool? And so from the soot, right, from the burning, I'll have to probably throw this out after I'm done. That's okay. I got tons more. It kind of stains the board for you, so you don't even need stain. Just use your wax. Is that not the coolest thing ever? If you need more wax, go ahead and grab some. But because the board is so hot, it melts and then creates that perfect seal. You can put wet items on here if you wanted to put like drink glasses, you know, it won't ruin it. Of course, probably after this cools down, I would put a second coat of wax on it just to give it that extra coat. Or if you want to spray it with some kind of protectant sealer, you could do that too. Again, I don't think most sealers are not food safe, so just watch that. But there are food safe, I'm going to throw this out. There are food safe sealers out there. What do you think? Thank you, Kathy. Look at that. Is that not the neatest thing ever? I'll get nice and close for you. Isn't that the coolest thing? Look at the handle. Ah, I just love the handle. See, doesn't that look like a spider? Oh, I just love this. That's it, guys. Pretty easy, a little time consuming, but so easy to do for yourself. Again, I think I could rattle these out if I had to, or knock them out. They would come out. They're only in there with glue. We can knock those out, and if you want to use it as a hanger, otherwise you can use it as a nice Halloween display. Put some candies or, you know, in a bowl or whatever you want to do. That is hot, but look, nothing's coming off. The soot is all kind of washed off. And oh, I see one little spot there. Very cool. Let's try to reheat that and see what happens. It'll probably melt the wax again. We'll see if we can get it to burn. Otherwise, it's fairly noticeable, but I did notice it. I think we're good. Let me get my wax out and just go over that one more time. Of course, I threw the applicator away, right? Let's just grab a paper towel. So cool. I love how it darkens it. I'm just going to keep putting wax on here because it just keeps melting. I love just watching it melt. So cool. Okay. We're going to get that excess off. You might have gone a little crazy with it. So cool. All right. Awesome sauce. I want to thank you guys for showing up with me tonight. I truly appreciate you being here and sprinkling my videos and sharing them and loving them. You guys are everything to me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.